a noise, how to move you through them. Comfortable with myself. I found myself and I felt comfortable. A few days back, someone asked me this simple question: if the universe could grant you just one wish, what would you ask? And without even thinking twice, I quickly replied, peace. Not money, not success, and not the perfect relationships. Just peace. Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to this channel, Rise and Align. After answering the question, I kept wondering for almost 3 to 4 hours, when did peace become so important to me? How did peace came into the picture? And by the end of the day, I had my answer. And the answer took me back to a little girl. So there was a happy-go-lucky girl. She loved having fun. She loved colors. And she loved laughing out loud until her cheeks and her stomach aches. There was a problem. And the problem was that she trusted people, even more than herself. And gradually, she started believing that everyone knows her better than herself. I grew up in an environment where peace was not something that I experienced very often. Arguments were normal, chaos was normal, and emotional ups and downs was very normal. So, in the back of my mind, I thought that maybe peace is something that I find somewhere else. Maybe I'll find it in some friendships. Maybe I'll find it in relationships, or maybe I'll find it in my loved ones. And in search of the peace, I got into this habit of making everyone else comfortable. I thought that if I find the right people, everything will get sorted. I still remember that once I was wearing this red nail paint and somebody asked me, "Hey, are you married?" And I laughed and said, "No." And they said, "Young girls, they don't wear this bright red nail paint." And after that, I saw my hands differently. Not because I did not like the color, but the reason being their opinion was louder than my voice. Someone said they don't like short hair. The other said good girls don't speak too much. They don't wear certain kind of clothes. And I stopped doing everything. After all, I wanted to be a good girl. And in that process, I became a people pleaser. If something would upset me, I would stay quiet. If someone crossed a boundary, I thought it was not worthy of creating a conflict. If I disagreed with something, I would stay quiet. I thought that's how mature people behave. And life is going to reward me with all the love and all the peace that I deserve. But picture abhi baki hai mere dost. They cared for me, but only as long as I was behaving the way they wanted me to. And people listened to me. But as I finished speaking, they were ready with their advices. Everyone came up with their suggestions, their opinions. How should I behave? How should I look? What should I do in life? After a point of time, there were just voices. And between all those voices, I myself became a noise. I started carrying anger, frustration, irritation, and anxiety. And people call them negative emotions. But nobody really teaches us how to handle them, how to face them, how to sit with them, and how to release them. So I carried them for years, thinking that if just one more thing work out, if one person understands me, everything will be sorted. But life had different plans. Some relationships turned upside down, and some expectations broke. Some dreams didn't turn out as I imagined. And for the first time in my life, I found myself. I felt comfortable with myself, and solitude became the best gift of my life because there were no opinions, no judgments, no expectations. There was just me. There was no one to tell me who should I become. And I started journaling, I started reflecting. I started to understand why certain patterns repeat. I started to understand why certain things hurt. I spent my entire life pleasing others and behaving the way they wanted me to. But after I accepted myself, after I found my own peace within, nobody, not even a single person, was ready to accept me for the way I am. And that's fair because after that, I realized something really important. I realized that people can only give you what they have within themselves. If people do not have peace within themselves, they cannot offer it to you. If people struggle to understand themselves, they will never be able to understand you. Someone who is chaotic within, how can one expect peace from them? And honestly, I was finding peace in all the wrong places out there because my peace is within me. And today, life isn't perfect. I still have difficult days. I still get hurt and I still get disappointed. But now I view things with a different perspective because now I have a deep, peaceful, and loving relationship with myself. So rather than looking for love and peace outside, I come back to myself. I pause, I reflect, and I journal. And that is how I got my answer why I chose peace over everything else. Because life threw all the chaos at me until I chose peace for myself. So if you are also struggling with peace, start journaling. Vent out all your emotions, all your thoughts in it. Spend time with yourself and find peace within yourself. Because this world can never give you peace. So build a strong foundation within yourself to sustain in this world. Thank you so much. Keep rising, keep aligning.